Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tarot by Sherry. I'm Sherry, and today, on February 19th, 2025, I thought that I would be looking into the world of the legal issues surrounding Trump. We know there's a lot of legal stuff going on out there right now, but the case that I want to specifically look at is the one involving the firing of, I've got the article right here. The Trump administration asked SCOTUS to uphold firing of the special counsel. He had fired Hampton Dellinger, the head of the Office of Special Counsel, the nation's top independent federal investigative and prosecutorial agency. And so a lower court has already said, no, you can't fire him, and reinstated him. So the Trump administration has filed has asked for the Supreme Court to take this case. And in a Newsweek article, it says Trump tells Supreme Court it gave him unrestricted power to fire people. And his basis for this is to say, hey, I'm immune, and you gave that to me. So which has been real interesting because Musk and Trump have had very similar messaging, the same message coming out saying that he's unrestricted. He can do whatever he wants. And if you look back at that court ruling of giving him they're basing it on the presidential immunity, which is the Supreme Court carved out this special exception for him. This isn't, people that know way more about this than I will ever know, the constitutional lawyers and legal analysts are saying, no, this is not, this is a grave mistake in our legal system. And we have checks and balances. We have three co-equal branches of government, and the Supreme Court just kind of gave away their checks and balances. I don't know if they meant to do that necessarily, but that's going to be the unintended consequences. And Trump, with this recent filing, is saying, hey, don't forget, you said I could do whatever I want. So I think it'll be interesting. I want to see if they're going to take the case. Gut feeling is they probably will. And two, are they going to kind of reel him back in a little bit? Are they going to say, presidential immunity does not apply here? So that's kind of what I want to look at today. Honestly, there's so much going on. For me, my feeling is this is a big case. I'm not going to do cards on every little rabbit hole, every little distraction that he throws out there. This is one of those this is not a distraction. This is a check and balance that's in our Constitution that is currently being challenged. And to me, that's kind of a big thing. So I want to take a look at that. Let's lean this down so that you can see. So I guess the first thing I want to know is the Supreme Court going to hear this case? Are they going to hear this case? Because so far they haven't said whether they are or not. And as it stands right now, that prosecutor has been reinstated. So let's see. Is the Supreme Court going to take this case? And just a reminder, this is for entertainment purposes only. The Magician, I think yes. This is one of they're definitely talking about it. They're thinking about it. I always say this is putting all the cards on the table, putting it all out there for us to see. That would very much be a court case. Like, tell us what you got. And the Wheel of Fortune, moving forward. This is a card of the kind of like the wheels are turning in the bureaucracy of our government. So this is the way our government is supposed to work. It's just this cycle of going through the court system. So I'm curious if they're going to throw it back down to the lower courts, because Trump's administration right now they don't like the initial ruling. So they're wanting to bypass all of the normal procedural things that you would have in the court system. And this is saying, yeah, we'll take it, but we're going to do this like going through the system. The Death card. That is a very interesting card coming up. This is the influence, what's coming up, what's coming in, and this is transformation. So the Death is it's transformation, but it's the ending of something. So that could be interesting. The foundation of this is, yeah, we know the Four of Wands. This is happy home. This is celebration. This stability. And so, yeah, it's like, let's kind of see what this whole picture is. The Seven of Wands, being able to defend oneself. Putting yourself in a position to where you can defend all that's coming towards you. This is the everything that's happening right now and being able to fend it off. I'm curious if this is the courts that are fending off all of this stuff that Trump is trying to do. And the outcome of that is the Knight of Swords. This is a quick decision. This is a decision that I think that if they take this, there will be quick decisions with this. So overall, I don't know that they're actually going to take this case. If they do, I almost get the feeling like they're waiting to decide. And it's been a while. I mean, let's see. They filed this with the Supreme Court. When was that? They fired him on the 7th, and then the federal judge reinstated Dellinger, and she's going to hold a full hearing on the 26th. On the 16th, the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court the appeal. So on the 16th, they're appealing this. So, and this is just what they say, the 19th. So it's just been a few days. I'm surprised it's almost like if they were going to take it, they would have already said so. And I don't know that they're necessarily going to, it's almost this feeling of they're going to let it go work its way through the courts. Like they may wait for that hearing on the 26th to decide what they want to do. I'm curious about, I want to put a few more cards out on this death card because that's the energy coming in. Don't want to jump to any conclusions with that card there. So let's see here. What's some more clarification as it relates to this because it's an ending. Kind of want to know what the ending is for. Hands tied. And that's interesting that I don't read reversals. I kind of depend on the cards around it to tell me whether or not, kind of whether to read it as a reversal. So when a card kind of just flips out reversed. So this is something that we're going to, the Two of Swords is one of secrecy, one of blind justice, but yet it comes up upside down. And I'm kind of wondering if this isn't going to be the gift that Trump is looking for. This is something of not blind justice. But there's restrictions here. So maybe this could be they hold the line. Stability, security. They're restricting someone, and they're doing it to where it's going to be very visible. I hope that I'm going to put on my rose-colored glasses as I'm reading this, and let's hope that this is the Justice Department saying, we're not going to be secretive about this. You're going to have to follow the law. That is not what we meant by presidential immunity. And I will say, though, that once this does, I think that the case will get to the Supreme Court, and I think that they will be very quick in their judgment once it gets there, once they agree to take it. And it's one of kind of shackling Trump, saying, no, this is not what we meant. I think we're going to get some clarification on what that immunity ruling was. So let's see. What are they going to rule for in this? Are they going to rule for... How are they going to rule on this once they receive it? I think everyone's just real leery of what the Supreme Court's going to do because of what happened. They appear to be in Trump's pocket. And this is not being happy with something that's being offered. The Queen of Wands. Once again, if you've seen my previous readings, you know that I see queens as typically country. and wands is the statement. So that's interesting that it's not the justice. Usually, if I'm looking at legal stuff, there'd be swords. So this is one of a message. This is a strong message from the country that we're not happy, which we know that. So I'm kind of wondering if this is like the whatever it is that they say in their ruling, Trump is not happy with that. And yeah, this is, I think that this is him trying to assert his dominance. I almost have to laugh whenever I say dominance because I never see him in a strong position at all. This is one of, the Mad King, and he's looking to the Supreme Court, but he's not happy with what they're saying. So yeah, I think that overall, if you look back here, the constraints that they're going to place on him is definitely there. I don't think that the Supreme Court's just going to roll over on this one. I don't think that they're going to give him, I don't think the majority, let's put it that way, is going to say that they have given away. They're seeing this as, oh no, these are the unintended consequences of our actions. We did not mean for him to be able to just, do whatever he wants. There actually is. I don't see them wanting to give up their power of checks and balances. So that's kind of more the feeling I get. It's not, I would like to say it's, for the good of our Constitution and the good of our country, but I get this feeling of it's almost like self-preservation for their relevance, that they are going to be coming down and putting some constraints on him, saying, no, you still have to, act within the, within the law, and that they're going to be pretty quick about this. They will be very quick once they receive the case. I just don't see them taking the case very quickly. But once they get it, they are definitely going to put some constraints around him. And so that will be, let me pull this up here. So yeah, I find that kind of interesting as, is the Supreme Court. And it's the message that comes out of there. That was the kind of, fix that a little bit. It was the message, that Queen of Wands. Where is she at here? This Queen of Wands, as I said, I don't normally get this for a legal card. Usually the swords are more legal cards for me. So with it coming up as wands, there's a message. It's the message that is the most important thing. You would think it would be following the law. And so maybe it's the message of, we have to redo this. We're not giving away our power in this, in the checks and balances. And I think the Supreme Court, they should have known Trump will always exploit the law. He will wiggle in there and find that one little tiny loophole and then just like blow it up. And I think the Supreme Court is going to try to reel that back. We'll see how successful they are. We'll definitely keep tabs on this. I have a feeling this won't be the last reading I do on any of the legal issues as it relates to Trump and our country. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Leave comments if you would. And if you like these, check out some of my other videos. I'm a blue dot living in a red state, and I'm, just kind of looking in doing political tarot as entertainment purposes only, just to kind of give us some hope out there. Give us some, it's not going to all be good. We see what's going on around us, but in the readings I'm doing, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of hope. So, I really want people to focus. My cat just came in. Otis. Come here, Otis. Come here. I want you to see the little menace. Oh, he's not coming over here. Come here. He just wants to knock everything over and be a complete menace to society instead of show his face. So anyway, sorry about that. I'm going to try to figure out editing. If you're wondering what happened, my cat came up and decided to knock everything over, because that's what cats do. They're little agents of chaos. So anyway, as I was saying, like, subscribe, follow. You can find me here at Live Your Intentions, Tarot by Sherry at YouTube. I'm at Tarot by Sherry on TikTok. I'm also over at Blue Sky. Guess what? Tarot by Sherry. So I hope to see you at any one of those places. Thank you for spending some time with me, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks.